Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back. It's good to see you. This is a collective reading for whoever needs to hear it. So if the message resonates or you find it helpful, then it's for you. All right, let's see what wants to come through for you today. What is the energy or the experience that the collective is moving through right now, Spirit? I am filming this on December 5th, 2025, so yesterday was the super intense supermoon in Gemini. So that energy is still kind of lingering and present. The world. Okay, so for the last couple of days, well, last few days really, I've been feeling like the collective is going through some kind of really powerful emotional purging. There is something in your life that has run its course and is asking for you to give it closure. With that, there might be some pretty uncomfortable emotions coming up. But if they are coming up, if you're feeling particularly exhausted, if you're feeling, if you're feeling like you don't have the energy for something anymore, if you're feeling like you're not inspired towards something anymore or inspired about something anymore, if you're feeling your energy pull back from something or the need to complete something, that's very significant. That feeling, those intuitive knowings should not be ignored because there is something right now that is asking for you to create closure. It's like the closure is happening. It's trying to happen on its own, but you need to be consciously involved in the closure, 222 on the timer, for it to complete, right? This world card looks like an eye to me. It looks like an eye, but it also looks like a camera lens, like what I'm looking at right now. So there's a sense here of something being put in the spotlight. And it also looks like the full moon, the super moon that literally just happened yesterday. And full moons are all about shining light on your shadows, shining light on something that has been unresolved up to this point. So even though there's a lot coming up right now that might be a little bit uncomfortable or just surreal, kind of, well, I'm hearing the word disquiet. It's because resolution is trying to happen. Closure and completion is trying to happen, right? Very consciously, not unconsciously. Because if you don't consciously complete the cycle or create the closure, there's always that chance that you're going to fall back into an old pattern, right? So something is really being put in the spotlight for you right now. I feel one thing in particular or one element or aspect of your life in particular is being highlighted. It's interesting to me that there's the rainbow all the way around the edge of this circle. So rainbow is coming forward as a sign. There's also, of course, what looks like either snake skin or a dragon skin on the inside of that. And this is the year of the snake, 2025. When I'm filming this, December of 2025, this has been the year of the snake, I do believe. I don't know about you, but personally, this has been the most life-changing year of my life. Talk about like ground up transformation. So this could also be representing that at the time I'm filming this, we are at the beginning of the end of the year of transformation. So in these final few weeks of the year, and whenever you see this, even if you're seeing this 10 years in the future, always take what resonates and leave the rest. Perhaps there's something that you need to close out as well, even if it's April when you're seeing this. But I'll speak in present tense. in these last few weeks that we have of the year 2025. It's almost like the question is, how can you put your transformation to full use in these final moments? Because there is something left that is asking for transformation, and it can only be transformed because you have transformed throughout the entire year up to this point. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, this is all about the energy of tying up loose ends. Because you have transformed, what is now ready to be transformed in your life that will reflect your transformation. How many times can I say transformation? And Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I'm sorry, the lighting is not that great. I'm in my brand new house, by the way. It's so exciting. It's the most amazing thing ever. But I'm not filming in my room yet because there's no furniture, so it's echoey. So I'm working with what I got. The lighting isn't ideal. I do apologize for that. Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is emotional reflection. I think this is part of the purging. I love how the roots are highlighted with, again, that rainbow kind of color scheme. This is a profound moment for reflection on how you have emotionally transformed. I keep on for days now. I've been getting the year 2018. Perhaps it would be helpful for you to reflect on how much you've changed, not just this year, but since 2018. Or there might be themes resurfacing now that you were visiting in or exploring in 2018. This is also the energy of nostalgia, right? Bittersweet memories. Reflecting on the past, and I'm hearing your own emotional progression. Let me sit with this for one more second. So at this time, I mean, it makes sense that we're at the end of the year. You might be finding yourself feeling a little bit, there's this like dreamy energy. Again, it's almost surreal. You might be just naturally finding yourself reflecting on this entire year as a whole and maybe getting kind of emotional about it. There's things you've left behind that you know you had to, even if it was extremely emotional and difficult to let go. But in kind of uprooting your life, perhaps, in a way, and maybe in multiple ways, you are in the process of growing new roots, which will eventually lead to a whole new kind of tree, right? Let's get an oracle card to clarify all of this. Tell me a little bit more about the energy that the collective is moving through right now. The fall, the descent, the end, wrapping it up. What's at the bottom? Ooh, melting. Raven energy is here. I mean, obviously, if you're watching my channel, Raven energy by default is here for you. The Raven melting and the fall. Part of consciously creating closure with something will require you to completely surrender. You might be, this is part of the emotional purging, this emotional charge that I've been feeling for days. It's like maybe some part of you is just white knuckle gripping onto an old emotional structure or scaffolding, emotional blueprint, right? And to actually follow through on the calling of your soul, your heart, however you want to describe it, you kind of have to surrender to where your energy's pulling you. And that's saying, tie up this loose end. So what does this closure look like for you? What do you need to bring to an end that you couldn't bring to an end unless you had transformed first throughout this entire year? Surrender, surrender, surrender. I've also been getting, I've also been getting the message, well, so many messages, so many messages. Your body, your physical body is telling you something. Perhaps your conscious mind can't totally comprehend, but your body is a reflection of your unconscious mind. So what's your body telling you? Even if it makes no logical sense. I also got the message the other day, your transformation is complete. Your transformation is complete. And because of that, there's an asking for completion of transformation externally. Okay, so let's clarify the challenge that you're moving through right now. Tell me a little bit more about the challenge that the collective is moving through. My nose is so runny, I'm sorry. It's cold here. It is really cold. What's the challenge that the collective is moving through? The Hanged Man. Oh boy. Seeing something from a completely different perspective. Maybe that which is being that which is requiring completion or closure, perhaps. Finding the light in the dark, I'm also hearing. If darkness is happening, metaphorically speaking, if something is confusing to you, if something seems in shadow, unresolved, not understood or not clear, if you're walking through shadow in some way, shape, or form, I feel like Spirit is saying, find the light in the shadow. That means, hang on, sorry, I'm like feeling through it in the moment. Well, it's almost like you are the candle, right? You are the candle. Something isn't making sense. There's something about yourself that you could understand more deeply. The Hanged Man also means, something's taking longer than maybe you'd like it to. There's some kind of delay that you're experiencing, or maybe you're feeling restless because you'd like to be moving forward with something, but like all the energy is telling you, nope, stop. There's something else here that you need to see about something and maybe yourself. What's at the bottom of the deck? Yeah, 5 of Wands at the bottom. I'm seeing the Mother of Wands underneath of that. She's just winking at me there, so snake energy again is coming through. This to me speaks of inner conflict. You battling it out internally between different parts of yourself about something. Again, maybe the thing that is meant to be wrapping up in your life. Or going through some kind of, it's not even necessarily, the World card doesn't necessarily mean that something in your life needs to be released or walked away from. It's just that something in your life has been going through its own transformation in tandem with yours because you're connected, right? So maybe the completion of the transformation of this thing outside of you, a relationship, a career path, a purpose, passion, whatever it is, maybe you'll find that the completion of transformation does look like you completely letting it go and moving on from it. Or there just needs to be a different iteration of it, birthed. Hopefully that makes sense. But right now what I'm seeing here is internal conflict is the primary challenge. It's like bickering amongst your own internal parts. And that sort of inner bickering is maybe slowing down the energy when you'd really like to be making some kind of progress with something. But the bickering, the internal bickering, it might be necessary to almost whittle. It's interesting that it's a bunch of sticks. The bickering, the internal back and forth and tug of pull is like slowly but surely whittling down. I'm hearing whittling down the discourse to the more essential truth. Clarify the challenge. Summer. And a heart there with intellect at the bottom of the deck. One second. Your mind, your conscious mind, wants to take some kind of action on a truth that's coming through your heart. But it's almost like the way to take action on what your heart is saying is maybe not fully clear yet. The Hanged Man. And that's frustrating. Okay. Tell me more, where am I here? Tell me more about this Five of Wands. What is the bickering? What is the internal conflict all about? What is this internal conflict all about? I mean, it makes sense that, you know, you really only want to move forward with something when all of you is facing the same direction. So if one part of you is like, yes, I want to do this, and another part of you says, absolutely not, it's probably best not to take action on it yet. You want to be completely in alignment with whatever you're doing. What is this Five of Wands all about? Daughter of Pentacles. Some kind of practice that you have. And the Empress. Maybe it's a creative practice that you have. Something that you're curious about creating or continuing to create. It's like you're just not sure whether or not you really want to keep investing your energy into a creation. Whether you have been up to this point or you've been feeling called to start something. It's this real uncertainty here around whether or not a creation is what you really want. I feel like it will be helpful to say something that I've been exploring lately for myself, and that is sometimes it's not really helpful to ask the question, is this in alignment for me or not? Is this what I should be doing or not? Is this really my purpose or not? Because that implies this kind of right or wrong situation. And really there is only ever, what do you want? What do you want? Okay. So let's look at the advice, and then we will wrap it up. What's the advice for the collective right now? The Star. Oh my gosh, believe that anything is possible. Truly, like, I know that is so stereotypical and like, I don't know if that's corny sounding, I don't care. That's just what's coming through. We have that rainbow again in the Star. That's so funny. I was literally I spent all morning shopping online for the perfect Christmas tree topper. And this is like, so this is what I've been looking at all morning in different forms. That's such a synchronicity for me. Maybe something about stars, like in the sky, or the shape is also significant to you, or a sign for you. Follow your North Star. Following your North Star is only possible when you believe that anything is possible. I mean, truly remember, the sky is the limit. There are no limits but those you put on yourself. Oh, and 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Speaking again to the world. Completion. Maybe in the past, you really have put limits on yourself, believing that maybe something is too good to be true for you, or you should be more practical, you know. Maybe your heart was telling you that you really wanted something, but it seemed so far out of reach, you didn't even go for it. Or maybe you kind of tried, but it was this stop-start thing, you know. There's some kind of energetic weight that you are ready to release yourself from so that you can truly reach for the stars. If you knew that nothing was impossible for you, what would you dream of? What would you admit that you want? Should I get a oracle card for this? I'm feeling yes. Clarify the advice. So the advice here is more so energetic. And opening your energy and your mind to possibility. Clarify the advice. The necropolis. Ooh. I believe, and oh, look at that at the bottom of the deck. Another snake. Seduction. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like that's saying you are the snake. You are transformation. Your transformation is complete. So in a way, it's almost like, what is seducing you now? Now that you have put something to rest, or you're ready to put something to rest, and create this closure, not burden yourself anymore with any kind of limits, accept the full transformation of your life from the inside and out. Who are you now? What is seducing you now? What is enticing to you now? What is your new North Star? What just lights you up? It might be something completely new. It might be something completely unexpected. Or maybe there's just a small adjustment that needs to be made. But either way, there is certainly some kind of revealing that is ready to happen. Let's get some journal prompts for you from my journal prompt deck, and then we'll get a closing message. How would you spend your time if you knew that your desire would manifest in exactly 1 week? Your star, your dream, that thing that maybe seemed impossible to an old version of you. It's not impossible anymore. If you knew for a fact it was coming, how would you spend your time? What boundary or structure do you need to put in place? And why haven't you yet? That's very interesting, because boundaries are really just your sense of self, and that has completely transformed. And that Page of Pentacles was speaking to a practice, which is structure, boundaries, etc. A new root system, a new scaffolding, or a new blueprint is ready to emerge in your life. The old blueprint, the old scaffolding is dying. It's dissolving. It's turning to dust. Okay. So inherent in that, a new structure wants to emerge. List 10 things you're grateful for. Notice how you feel before and after doing so. I feel like that just speaks to the star card again. Like that feeling of knowing anything is possible. You'd feel incredibly grateful. I mean, if you knew, going back to that first prompt, if you knew your desire was coming in 1 week, first of all, you'd feel probably amazing. You'd feel very grateful. So there's an asking here to entrain with this energy of joy and appreciation, openness, from a state of gratitude and joy. What do you want? Yeah. When you're not waiting for something to make you happy, when you choose happiness now, what do you want? Let's get a closing message from a compendium of Witch's Oracle. I'm seeing a sheep. Like a classic, fluffy, white, cute sheep. Looks like a cloud. It almost looks like the sheep you'd see in, it's like a cartoon. I don't know what sheep symbolizes, or if there's something about sleep coming through. Well, sleep is about dreaming, right? Don't put limits on your dreams. Closing message for the collective spirit. The companion, number 27. And there's another raven again, or some kind of raven, I think. Okay, let's see what the guidebook says. The companion. Friendship, trust, empathy, and closeness. She gently stroked the pied crow's beak, and the bird responded by tapping her nose playfully. She never felt alone when with him. He was her oldest friend, her truest companion. The companion represents friendship and the building of intimacy and trust with others. It reminds us that opening up to someone, trusting them with our vulnerabilities, and in turn understanding their feelings are key elements to this process. I feel like this is kind of, I mean, you could take it quite literally, maybe lean on a trusted friend or companion, whether that's an animal or a person or a spirit guide. If you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling depleted and kind of lost, turn to support. Always don't hesitate to lean on support. Sometimes just, talking out loud to somebody for 5 minutes is the thing that will turn everything around for you, right? So you could take that literally if that resonates. But I also feel like there's an underlying message here about intimacy in general, because you're in relationship to all things. You're in relationship to this reading. You're in relationship to your foot. You're in relationship to your career path. Everything's a relationship. And so there's this kind of asking here, what do you want to become more intimate with? What is seducing you in a way, calling you closer? What do you want to get closer to in energy, right? In understanding. Whatever you want to become more intimate with, that is your North Star, right? Very interesting. Trusting them with your vulnerabilities and in turn doing the same for them. Also, can you be vulnerable with yourself? That question goes without asking, right? Okay. Well, I hope this was helpful or at least thought-provoking. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I would love to hear from you. The journal prompts and all my links will be in the description box. I'll see you again soon. Bye.